Today is July the 27th, the first day where the Pelješac Bridge is officially open and cars can now cross over and go between Split and Dubrovnik, for example, without having to leave Croatia. In front of me is the Bosnian-Croatian border, which I'm not allowed to film any closer than this. I've just been down there to see how the traffic is, because that's normally been the main artery between Split and Dubrovnik. There wasn't a single car there when I went up, and I spoke to the border guards, who didn't want to give me any official information, but they certainly looked a little bit less stressed than they have done this time in peak season. And if you look behind, this is the new bridge which opened yesterday to great fanfare, and it's a big success story for Croatia because now it's connected together for the first time in its history. I've just driven over from the island of Korčula, which is about 60 kilometers to the west as you go over the bridge. It was a really pleasant drive, and there were probably about 40 to 50 cars on the bridge coming the opposite direction as I was driving along. Now, the first thing you might think is then there won't be much traffic going through to Neum, but I don't actually believe that's the case, because in actual journey times the two distances are not much different when there's no traffic. But the big problem is that in peak season you can have queues of up to 2 hours going through both borders of the Bosnian Neum Corridor, and this is about to become a Schengen border next year. But in peak season I don't think I'd use it, but out of season I think I probably would. Then there are several other benefits which I think still have a future for Neum. One is that it's a great place for buses and stuff. They stop there for lunch. There are a number of good restaurants there. It's much cheaper, so people stop there to buy cigarettes, things like that. And also fuel. And if there is no, and now we have the technology which will tell us are there border queues or not. So I think it's going to be quite an interesting thing to monitor, just to see how much traffic is going either way. Everybody's talking about the Pelješac Bridge, about connecting Croatia, and that of course is the big story. But to me the bigger story is what happens when you cross the bridge and instead of turning left to go to Dubrovnik, you turn right, and now you have amazing islands such as Korčula, such as Miljet. You have all the amazing Plavac Mali vineyards on the Pelješac Peninsula. They're all now much more accessible to people coming from the mainland, and this is where I see a really good opportunity for Croatia to build its quality tourism, and now some of its really biggest gems are now much more accessible. So it's an interesting situation down here, and we'll see how things develop, and we'll cover it on Total Croatian News in the coming weeks and months.